What up, everybody, and welcome back to the gray area. This is where we dive into the scary, the weird, and the mysterious. And today, we're gonna dive into some of the mysterious stuff with the unexplained videos. You know what I'm saying? That worry people. So I never seen this before, but we know what I'm saying. We finna go in here and watch it and see what it's all about. And like always, hey, like, subscribe, and comment. Because I'm going to let you know what I think about it. And I want you to let me know what you think about it. So here we go.
Car accidents. If it weren't for a zebra crossing, this single car crash could have been a whole lot worse. On one side of the road, you have two cars sitting at the crossing waiting for pedestrians to walk across. And on the other side, you have a car that appears to have lost control.
He just hit air. He just hit air. That can't be real.
Fortunately, there was no one walking across the crossing at the time, which begs the question, why have the other cars stopped? Maybe they saw the car driving erratically prior to the collision. Who knows?
But what did he hit?
Either way, they avoided certain injury, or even worse, death. Initially, the clip is silent, so the viewer is led to believe the car has crashed out of view. However, when the sound is added, the whole scenario quickly changes. You can hear the collision, but with what, nobody knows. I can't imagine how the driver was feeling when it appears the car has been taken over by an invisible force, hell-bent on causing as much destruction as possible. I also can't imagine how the driver will explain the accident to the authorities, or for that matter,
to the insurance company. Yeah, man. Tell that to your insurance company, please.
Their own business. The next, it's missing a bumper and skidding to a halt in the middle of the road. It's like the engine is possessed.
But these will be street cameras, though.
Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now, or Slenderman will come from under your bed while you're asleep.
After saving
like Marco's backpack.
So one of these robots will be going home early.
Number 14. Staring animal appears in forest. American folklore is filled with an unbelievable collection of myths, legends, fables, and stories about animals, including the legend of Bigfoot.
This animal has never been officially discovered by scientists.
Sightings of this giant animal have kept people thinking for centuries now. However, no
seems like Bigfoot should be found by now.
Recorded. Considered one of America's most mysterious beings, Bigfoot sightings are in the hundreds. Also known as Sasquatch and the subject of...
It seemed like they should have found him.
The creature was given the name Bigfoot as its feet are said to measure up to 24 inches long. The rare creature is believed to stand approximately 8 feet tall and has the appearance of a bear crossed with a gorilla with reddish-brown fur. This clip was taken in Wild Horse Lake, Oregon in 2017 by the Dixon family who were on holiday in the area. Whilst out capturing the sights and sounds of Wild Horse Lake, one of the group spots a strange animal lumbering into view. It is standing and appears to be staring at them. Unfortunately, the clip isn't clear enough to make...
I said they'll never get no good clip on them, though.
But it certainly doesn't look like a bear. But was it a Sasquatch? Until someone can prove otherwise, we may never know. Number 13. Car passes through traffic. This clip has all the hallmarks of a supernatural movie. It starts out with the perfect ghostly setting. Dark and gloomy night, rain pouring down, puddles emerging on the road, and traffic lights casting colorful shadows. Although it looks like a busy evening with traffic building up, perhaps after work, all is not what it seems. We see two lines of traffic, both turning and heading through the intersection. Each car has indicated their intention to make a left turn. The green light shines, and off they go. But wait, out of literally nowhere, a car shoots through the gap of two cars following each other. The vehicle at the back brakes heavily to avoid a collision, but
That was my first time seeing this.
This ghost car, if you will, has not come from anywhere. There's absolutely no sign of it before the near miss. And if it is real, it's heading into oncoming traffic. This is a disaster waiting to happen. What a shame we don't get to see the outcome. Number 11. Revolving doors. When it comes to revolving doors, no doubt we all have a horror story to tell. Occasionally, they malfunction and we end up getting stuck.
I'm glad I ain't never got stuck in a job.
Just can't seem to time it right. Rest assured, there
I'll
were
be
many
mad in the
people
mud.
that had the experience this guy did. In fact, to say he's lucky to be alive to tell the tale is a bit of an understatement. I can only imagine the level of panic that sets in now every time he even comes close to a revolving door. You can't blame him, really. He looks to be heading out of work at the end of a long day, off home to his family to enjoy a quiet evening in front of a fire, perhaps. With thoughts of his plans, he heads towards the revolving door, steps in, and anticipates a hasty exit. Unfortunately, he hadn't banked on the doors having other plans. Plans that involve a quick trip to the emergency room, no doubt.
Oh, what
The
happened?
guy steps in, and the next minute,
The
the
door hit
doors
him.
on either side of him start moving towards him, as if to meet up with him, sandwiched
Shit.
in the middle.
Oh
Before
no!
he is crushed,
Damn!
the glass in both explodes, with
Damn!
shards flying in all directions. It was scary enough to watch. Imagine being in the
Man!
middle. It was as if the doors
You know
were
that
suddenly
glass heavy as hell.
creepy. Number 10.
Ooh.
Throwing through a car. This clip really must be the work of the devil. Who else would?
Nah, somebody had to do that.
It's funny. Imagine parking your car in the work parking lot in the morning and coming out after your shift to find it is unable to be driven. No doubt this has happened to some of you in the past. Perhaps someone has rear-ended you during the day or parked so close you can't get in. But this footage takes things to a whole new level. This poor guy comes out of work.
No, it can't be true. What y'all think about this one, y'all?
There's a tree sticking out of his car roof. Now, it hasn't come down from the sky and dropped into his car either. It's clearly come up and out from the inside. You can tell by the way the roof is now sitting. Not only is this perplexing for the owner, it's also gonna take some explaining to his insurance provider. I mean, the whole
How
car's
did that-
gonna be severely damaged.
Not no 8 hours. How long he was at work?
Might just be time for
That nigga was at work for 2 years?
Number 9. Flying Ghosts. Whether you're in a parking garage or on the street, there's one thing you're always keeping a watchful eye on: the cars. For your own safety, it's important to ensure the way is clear before crossing the road or walking past vehicles that might be reversing into your path in a parking garage. But imagine your surprise when the car you swear just drove past you at pace simply doesn't exist. This footage shows several occasions where pedestrians
That don't look like no
were
car.
a little confused and no doubt
that
questioning
the flash?
their sanity. For most, it's simply a flash of light as what appears to be a vehicle flies past. But for one lady, it was a little more than that. She is seen carrying her shopping to her car that is in a parking garage. All seems relatively normal until she sees something shiny fly past. Whilst checking to see what it was, the indicators of every car start flashing.
What is that, the
That's
flash,
a little
y'all?
more than freaky, don't you think? What's a bet there's a ghost sitting back somewhere having a great laugh at these people's expense? Number 8. Unexplained accident. Does life on Mars truly exist? Was this person unceremoniously deposited into the middle of the road by a UFO of alien life? I have so many questions, and really no answers. This footage was caught on dashcam by a
Yeah, what
driver
happened?
who happened upon the
Show me what
bizarre
happened.
incident quite by accident while going about his daily business. What we see are the two lanes, each going in the opposite direction of each other. Above the lanes is an overbridge, and beyond that, there are several apartment buildings. It's a busy street with several cars driving backwards and forwards. But what none of them expect is the sudden appearance of a person sitting on the white line in the center of the road.
Where he come from?
The black van almost hits him, and he swerves to avoid an accident. So too does the white car behind him. The man, who doesn't seem to be hurt, picks himself up and heads off into the distance.
He don't look like he dropped down, so where he come from?
Age 49 to 63 and not able to work. This message is for you. New rules in 2020.
Looking back at the clip, he hasn't jumped from the bridge as you might expect.
That did kind of look.
He landed on the road
I don't know.
from nowhere. Is he a time traveler from another era, maybe an apparition, or is the supernatural truly at play here? What do you think? Number 7, Scary Road Moments. The old dash camera is a handy device, capturing all sorts, from terrible driving
Now I had that happen to me.
madness, mayhem, and
Riding on a special attack, fall off and hit. Yeah, I had that happen.
These
That's some
onboard
crazy
cameras
stuff there.
have captured a host of surprising scenarios while
Attack on
drivers
fire,
take
straight
the
edge.
roads completely oblivious to what is about to happen. In the first clip, you can hear a passenger screaming as what appears to be a car bonnet comes flying towards the car, smashing the windscreen. Now, that's frightening enough, but things get a whole lot more
That car's
nail-biting
tearing
than
apart
that.
right in front of him.
Imagine you're lined up in what looks like a covered parking area outside several shops, minding your own business, when, lo and behold, the glass roof caves in on top of you.
Damn.
What thoughts would be running through your head, I wonder? Fortunately, for those in their vehicles, the steel framing kept things from getting too hairy. Next up is a motorcyclist that has a close encounter with a tipping container truck. In fact, so close he should be buying a lottery ticket.
Dude, you so lucky.
Then, we see the chain of a crane from a construction site drop in for a quick hello on the front of a car heading down the highway. Followed closely by a truck pulling out in front of traffic with an incredibly unsteady load. The load consists of concrete pipes, and one slides off in what looks like slow motion.
Man,
right
that
in
would've
front of
hit
an
your
oncoming
car, dude.
A fascinating watch. It's unbelievable that no one was harmed in these
That's a
scary
baby.
road moments caught on camera. Number 6. A ghost in a hospital. Old hospitals, particularly those that previously held psychiatric patients, have often been the subject of horror stories involving ghosts. Some have made it to the big screen, and others are simply rumored to be haunted. But this clip shows a modern-day hospital. It isn't obvious whether it's a medical or psychiatric hospital, but an unnerving introduction to one of its patients might signal the latter. Dressed in a white robe, what appears to be a disheveled girl with long black hair
That look like
runs
the
towards
Ring
camera,
Girl or
clearly
something.
not in her right mind. Is she a patient or merely an apparition? Either could be accurate, considering some of the unusual happenings here. For one, the rubbish bin in the hallway seems to have taken on a life of its own. The lid flips back and forth as if an invisible person is unsure whether to empty their waste into it or not. And that's not all. A wheelchair can be seen slowly making its way towards the exit, with no one sitting in it or pushing it. Has the ghost had enough of teasing the patients and staff? Is he off to mess with someone else's mind? We hope so. Number 5.
Alright, y'all. We're gonna leave it there for right now. We'll pick it up another time. But what y'all think about those? Let me know, you know what I'm saying, in the comment section. I'm saying it was alright. It was alright. I mean, yeah, I like the cars, and they explained that to me. Hey, let me know how they did it. I mean, good CGI, you know, I can see, but hey, there's supposed to be street cameras. So let me know what y'all think. And remember, like, subscribe, and comment. And thanks for visiting the gray area. I'm out. Peace.